From the day we arrive on the planet, and blinking we step into the sun, there's more to do than can ever be done, more to see than can ever be saw. It's the circle, the great big circle of stuff. So hello there everybody, and we're playing The Lion King 2 for Sega Genesis. This is a, let's say it's an unlicensed bootleg game. It was made by a company called GameTech, or GamTech, I think, somewhere in Hong Kong, and I'm not sure what year it was made. The only estimate I ever saw was sometime in '99. Now, this is a action game of the platformer type, and we're taking a quick look at the demo mode right now. This game was actually requested of me by user, what is it, Robstag? Hang on. Robstang. And I know exactly why you requested this, Robstang. I know exactly why. Yeah. So, we are just going to jump into the game. There's our title screen again. Well, not our title screen. That's our title screen. And the very opening has a kind of Sonic the Hedgehog vibe to it. Zone 1, Gulen. Alright. So there is our character. We are playing Simba. Now, Simba can run around, and Simba can swipe with his claws. I had played the original Lion King game on the Super Nintendo. I also had the Sega Genesis version, but I mostly played the Super Nintendo one, where Simba could pounce on enemies and roar at them. Most enemies he just stunned when he roared at them, or he would defeat them when he pounced on them. In this game, no such luck. No roaring, and we can't pounce. And there's our first enemy. And there's our second enemy. As you can see, the hit detection is not great. The platforming isn't great either. Simba has this kind of inertia thing where if you don't get enough of a move, you don't really jump forward, you just kind of jump up. You'll probably see more of it when I start doing some of the platforming. Alright, now here are some of the collectibles. These little paw prints are kind of like coins, if you remember Mario Brothers. Collect 100 of them, you get a life. But that star allows us to transform. Now, some places I've looked said we're transformed into Mufasa, which is Simba's father. But that kind of looks like Simba's adult form to me. And that bag, that striped bag there, is health. Our little meat bone over there is our health bar. And we can take 3 hits before we die. If we've transformed, we can take 1 additional hit. Now, eventually I'm going to die. And when I do die... Oh, there we go, we got transformed. When I do die, all these enemies that we've defeated will respawn, but none of the collectibles will. So, I find it a lot easier to take out as many of these enemies as you can. Because they do not respawn if you go on or off screen. They only respawn when you lose a life. And there we go, our health bar has been restored a little bit. These birds are especially bad. Oh, and down I go. Now these big monkeys, they will eventually throw stuff at us. Now it's actually possible to hit projectiles, which can help you out a lot. But right now it's done me more harm than good. Yeah, none of the paw prints have come back, and none of the bags of meat have come back. Now thankfully, this is not a terribly long game. So I should be able to get it all done in one setting. One sitting. I'm gonna have to do better than that, though. I keep getting hit. Ah! Alright, there we go. A little health back. Alright, and this little Castlevania torch here, that is our checkpoint. Once that lights up, that means this is where we'll restart when we die. Now, I've only got one life left, so if I do die, there's a good chance we're going to go to the game over screen. But with something like 5 continues, we should be alright. I want to be careful with these little platforms because I don't want to run into those bears. Now, I'm not entirely sure if they're bears or if they're dogs, because they kind of look like little pugs to me. In all honesty, they're probably bears. I don't know what video game they got ripped from, as I'm almost positive there's no original assets in this game whatsoever. It's also pretty loud. I'll turn down the volume a bit. Shouldn't affect you guys, though. Alright, another checkpoint. Now, over here is where it gets a little tough. Part of the reason for that is, like I said, the platforming isn't great. I don't know if it's just because I'm so out of practice, or if it's just badly done, or if maybe there's something wrong with my controller. I am sitting here playing this on a Sega Genesis, of course, so maybe it's my Sega Genesis controller. Actually, I'm playing it in my 32X, which is plugged into a Sega Genesis, which is attached to a Sega CD. Yeah, we want to ride this little platform here. And I found that being in your adult form actually makes that a little harder. Because you're just larger as a result. No. Bad monkeys. I can do this. We can do this. Now the game may want me to go the long way, but if we can make this jump. Alright, and that is all of Zone 1. We're now in Zone 2, the Great Wall. Now here's where things get even more challenging, because we gotta do more precise jumping. There's our next enemy, bees. We can take out all the bees we like, but until we get rid of their honeycomb, they keep coming back. And cartoon mice. The cartoon mice are deceptively challenging. And there's an annoying enemy. That little gecko will fire blasts as it walks around. Thankfully, the blasts can be knocked away. It's not easy, but it's possible. But those down there, those are the real problems. Those scorpions can shoot at you. And when they shoot at you, you can knock it away. It's just not easy. They also have a bad habit of appearing in spots where you're not expecting. So yeah, there's some more of that precision platforming I was talking about. Now, to be honest with you, when I was first playing this game and trying to go through the first level, I was thinking, hey, this ain't bad. The more I played it, the less I had that opinion. Although I kind of dig the music. Especially dig the pause music here. But we just got a 1-up. We have full health, so I'm not going to grab that food bag over there. Instead, we're going to jump and do some really bad platforming here. I'm literally just jumping and holding as hard as I can to the left. And hoping that it will work. There we go. Now, we could jump to the right there with that spider. But I found that going up this way works out much better. Alright, now, when we whack that spider, it dies. But its web stays behind for just about a second or two. And that web can damage you. And I just fell through the world. I might as well tell you guys now, if I mess up a lot of jumps like that and get stuck, I will edit them out. So you don't get stuck here watching me do the same jumps over and over again for like 7 or 8 minutes. Alright, running time. That boulder is bad. But that pipe is good. And we can get that 1-up. In fact, I don't even think we need to get off the platform to get it. There we go. Making up for all those lost lives. Ah! Lizard got me. We don't need these lives at this rate. Ah. Alright, well, we get to start over at our checkpoint. Oh, careful. Lizard almost got me. Mouse got me instead. Oh, I can't believe I just sat there and took that. Alright. Well, these Mulan-looking dragon cannons are going to be platforms for us to climb up. And we're going to meet a new enemy soon. Not one that I particularly like. These are beetles. And they'll kind of follow you. Whichever direction you're facing is the way they'll fly. And you see they kind of had that erratic pattern, which means they can get you. They can get you more easily than it would look. I don't know if it's true for every time they show up, but they'll actually start to go higher and lower depending on where you are. This is not going to be fun. See, the platforms reset when they go off screen. Sure looks that way to me. See, like that one just did. Okay, good, another checkpoint. Now, you may have saw these before. See that little fence-looking thing down there? Those are spikes. Touch those, you get hurt. We don't want to touch those. And there is our boulder friend from earlier. Alright, now if we stand here in front of this doorway and press up, Move to the top of the wall. I don't know if there's any hidden goodies up here. We'll take that. Alright, be careful with this jump. Ah, almost got me. Ah, nuts. Alright, Mr. Video Edit might show up soon. Come on, Simba. Take this lizard out. Maybe I'm not. Alright, we made it. This is actually the end of the level. Now we go to Zone 3, Quinn's Tomb. Now this starts with us falling, but if we're careful we can catch some of these paws. And in the background we can see Simba's terracotta army. This level has some awful, just awful platforming. And there's part of the reason. We gotta grab on these little pegs. And there's a new enemy. Frogs. Those frogs will also fire at you. They fire the same thing that scorpions do. And I just jumped right into it too. Alright, let's see if I can take that frog out. One less enemy to have to deal with. Alright. Now this decline here, when we walk on it, we're going to start rolling head over heels. But if I can time my jump right... Careful. Careful, Icarus. There we go. Okay, first checkpoint. Alright, well I actually lost a life doing that. Looks like I'm only lose another one too. Alright, I saw you, Scorpion. Ah, we've made up. We've made up for that lost life. Alright, no rolling. This spot is a little annoying too. Mostly because of that beetle. Should be another one up here. And I spy a one up. We're gonna leave it alone. Now, I don't know what that bone is. I've seen that bone I see bones like that a few times over the course of the game. But I do not know what they are for. I want to get that Simba star. That's what we'll call it, Simba Star. There we go. Now we get to slide across these vines. Whoa! Uh-oh. What did I just do? The game did not like me going back. Alright, well, my friend and yours, Mr. Video Editing, helped us get back to where we want to be. Like I said, now we're going to slide across these vines. That's not going to be the only time we're going to slide across some vines. We're going to do it here. With these monkeys. And falling. Okay, we're back. Is the monkey back? No. I'm not entirely sure what counts as grabbing these vines sometimes. Nuts. Alright, that one was annoying. I actually died like twice. But thankfully, that's it. Now we go on to Zone 4, the Temple of Heaven. Now, let me tell you, the first time I went through the Temple of Heaven, it was annoying. And I'll explain to you guys why in a minute. First thing I gotta do is get past this scorpion. You can see that we're sliding as we walk across this roof. So we gotta jump every little bit to get ourselves back up. And if we find a door, press up in front of it. Well, we're supposed to be able to press up in front of it. Yeah, play that remix. What we actually have to do is first find all the enemies. And if Simba can make this jump. There we go, good kitty. Ignore these two doors for a minute. Now we're getting somewhere. You can then take the door. Now I did not notice that the first time around, that I had to kill all the enemies before I could use the doors. So I was getting kind of ticked off, trying to figure out where the heck I was supposed to go. But we get a 1-up for that. We're going to need those 1-ups. But unfortunately, the enemies respawn each time we use a door. And that includes the scorpion over here, and the Mises down here. Yeah, platforming's not great. Now we can use these doors. I don't remember which door we want to take. Let's try this one. Alright, seems promising. Gotta keep our eyes open for enemies. Oh, Simba Star. jerk. Oh, you still hit me? Now, I'm almost positive this is not the way I went the last time I played through this. But I think it's going to get us where we want to go anyways. Provided I survive. I don't think we found any checkpoints yet. Oof. Almost got me. I got taken out by mice more than once because this game's less than spectacular hit detection. No. Alright, well that does put us back here. All the enemies are back. None of the items are back, though. Alright, we're going to try this one now. Yeah, this is the one I want. Careful of the scorpion. Wasn't careful enough. Dang it. Alright, we're back. See if I can do it right this time. Now there's something I have not mentioned yet. Is that when you're hanging on the cliff here like this, to get back up, just push forward. I don't think you can let go at all, but you can sit there waiting. Come back, Belle. And that's it. Stage is done. But now it's Zone 5. A Z-dueling tomb. Now this is a stage where the screen scrolls, so we can't really take our time. It's also, thankfully, the final level. But it's a tough one. In part because the way the screen scrolls, and there's lots of pitfalls. I also don't remember whether or not there are any checkpoints. So it may take a few shots before we finally finish this. As usual, I will break out the video editing if I got to. Nuts. And you can see we're back at the beginning, but that was to be expected. If I do die enough to get to the continue screen, we will take a look at that. Because the continue screen is kind of amusing in its own right. But chances are, if you're watching me play this, you already know what the continue screen looks like. Yeah. Alright, well, we're back here with the scorpions. The beetle is still out, and that scorpion just materialized. These jerk frogs. What? Pod 6 is jerks. Alright. And there's another reason why I'm sure Rob Stang asked me to play this game. That. Now, of course, most people would probably look at it and think swastika. And I don't blame them. But, oh, there's the continue screen. Well, let's continue. And you know what? I'm just gonna skip ahead to that little airship and continue my thoughts. Alright, we're over here at the airship. I did a little bit better this time around. Now, I was saying, you would probably think, looking at that, swastika. And with good reason. You know, if you live in any Western nation, you're probably thinking swastika when you see something like that. And I was too. But, if you took a look at it, the points on the swastika, well, the points on a swastika are actually at the north, south, east, and west, if you think of it like a compass. But the points on that symbol were in the, let's say, northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. Because and as I'm sitting here rambling, I'm getting destroyed. Alright, time to jump ahead. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so doing a little bit better. And there's our airship again. So, long story short of my rambling is, I don't think that's a swastika. I think that's a manji, something like that. Which is the writing in Sanskrit for a particular holy symbol. I think it means something like perfection, or oneness, or correctness. And I'm assuming that pretty much every asset in this game is pulled from somewhere else. So either it comes from a game where that symbol meant something different than what you would expect from a swastika, or maybe it was actually made for this. Oh, I made it. Screw you, frog. Whew, okay. Come on, just gotta make a couple of more good jumps like that. Get the frog before he gets you. Ooh, yes, one up. I could sure use that. Oh, I actually got knocked onto the platform. Now we have a few more of those airships, actually, that we have to see before we're done with this stage. There's one of them. Actually, I don't know if there's any more than this one. I know we see more than one. Yeah, Simba Star. Bag of food. Alright. Third time's a charm. Getting pretty tense. Okay, I think this might be the last jump. Come on, Simba! Oh my goodness, we almost fell through the world again. And oh, there it is. We're done. We did it. Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings. Oh, so that's it. That was The Lion King 2 for the Sega Genesis, a bootleg Chinese game that had nothing to do with anything. But it's done. I'm never playing this game ever again. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed watching me play this, and for some reason want to play it yourself, go play the far superior Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis versions of the original game. The only way I know how to get your hands on this game is to go and find a ROM in an emulator. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.